So this whole like set URL origin was a bit of this was a bit of a mouthful, right? So let's go ahead and make a bash alias for that. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and make a few other Git related bash aliases. So let's go into our bash alias or bash RC, and then let's make a section for Git aliases and functions. So while we're at it, let's make a function for get set origin. So I'm just going to call it G origin. So all of my Git aliases start with G. So G origin is going to do exactly this. But the only difference is we don't always want lect7 here. We might want anything that we want. So I'm going to give it a parameter of $1. So let's go ahead and save that and then source that. And now if we do a G origin and then you just give it the repo name, so let's say it's lect12 instead. Let's say we're on lecture 12. Let's do a G origin. Now this should work. So let's try checking it out by doing git remote-v, which shows you the remote repo that you're connected to. It's already connected to lect12. Awesome. So that's not actually going to work because like if we push, it's not actually going to work because lect12 doesn't exist in our GitHub. But this is all we need to do for now. So I'm going to change it back to G origin lect7. Awesome. So let's make some other functions. Let's go ahead and make a function for get status. We've been running get status a lot. So let's do alias gs. Let's do one for get diff, which we'll use in class today. Let's do another alias for get commit. So for get commit, I'm actually going to make a function. So let's do function g commit, or I'll just do gc. And then this is just going to do get commit -m and then $1 inside of here. Okay? And then let's see. Let's do an alias for get push. Actually, again, I'm going to do that as a function, and I'll show you why. So I'm going to do g push here. And get push is just going to do so before we push, we're going to talk about this in class. We're going to do a get pull first, and then we're going to do a get push. So instead of running get push origin master, it's going to do a get pull origin master, then a get push origin master. Let's do an alias for get add as well. So get add is just going to do get add. And then doing it this way, you can just type whatever you want after that as well. One more while we're at it. Let's do a function for Heroku push as well. So I'll do h push. And so this is going to do a g push, which we wrote up there, and then do a get push Heroku master. And that looks good. And then let's do one more function, which is h create. So this is going to do a Heroku login -i and then Heroku create. So the git commands again are g origin, gc, and g push. And then we have our get status, get diff, and get add. And then we also have h create and h push. Since these are technically not git commands, I'm going to make a separate section for them and say Heroku aliases and functions. And then move them down there. Great. I think that's it for all the aliases. I'm going to actually have a file in lect6, in lect7. Inside my repository, you can actually just reference all of these yourselves. And you can just copy and paste them if you don't really care to write them out yourself. But these are just helpful aliases that you might want to use.